Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this. Welcome back to our Out of Office podcast with Edina and Mia. Unfortunately, Edina is still not available. She's still very busy with her family coming in from the States. But I'm sure Edina's watching. Hello, Edina. Welcome there. Welcome there. Hello there. We miss you here. Sana sa next episode, nandito ka na. I'm sure you'll be available next episode. So for those who are new in this channel, so this Out of Office podcast is where we talk about freelancing, lifestyle of freelancers or remote workers, virtual assistants. And then now for this season, we have a lot of guests coming in. We also have a guest joining us today. So if you want to learn more about freelancing, then listen and subscribe to this channel and this podcast so that you will be alerted whenever there are new episodes that are coming in every week. Now, let me introduce you to our guest for today. Her name is Lee. She is a former call center professional with 16 years in the BPO industry, and that's including 13 years as a communications trainer. She has spent the past 3 years working as a VA and now creates career focused content on social media. So, if you want to follow her, I'll make sure that all of her links are in the description down below. Now, through Ready Lee PH, I think that's her community, she helps Filipinos improve communication skills, navigate their career transitions, and build confidence in today's work landscape. Take note, communication skills is very important for VAs. That's why join me in welcoming to the stage Lee. Hello, Lee. Good afternoon.
Hi, Mia. Hi, Indina. Thank you so much for inviting me in your podcast. I'm so excited to be
You,
here.
You are welcome. We are excited for you to be here. Now, take note also, everyone, we might talk in Taglish throughout this podcast or throughout this recording. So if hindi po kayo marunong mag-Tagalog, if you don't know how to speak in Tagalog, we'll definitely make sure that there will be transcripts in the captions. There you go. Okay. So thank you so much again, Lee, for being here. Now, let me start off. I did a quick introduction for you, but please do introduce yourself and just talk about your background, your experience, and of course, your job description.
Yes. So I started working in the contact center industry since 2006. I started out as a call center agent. Eventually, I became a subject matter expert. And then I worked for that company for 3 years, and I wanted to do more because I finished a degree in political science in the University of the
Oh, nice.
Philippines. And most of my classmates were already helping a lot of people in our community, like giving back to the community. And I felt like I was depriving myself of that. So I found a way that allowed me to do that. So I worked for it's like an NGO that helped
Nice.
those aspiring call center agents. They tied up with Tesla's free 100 hours call center training program. So that's what we did.
Oh,
We invited a lot of people who wanted to become call center agents. We gave them free training for the first 100 hours. And then I did that for a year. So it was kind of small because it's a small company, and then I had a friend
mhm.
who was working for ePerformax, and she told me she was my college classmate. She told me that they were looking for a global communications trainer. So I said, okay, I'm not going to lose anything anyway. I get to do exactly the same
Yeah.
thing. So that was back in 2010. And then I worked for ePerformax as a communications trainer for the full 12 years in until
Wow.
2022 when I decided to transition and work as a virtual assistant. So it has always been my passion to help a lot of my people, Filipinos, to
Yeah.
get their
Yes.
dream jobs because my mission is really if I can just help one person get their dream
Yeah.
jobs, I feel like I've already hit my goal.
No, that's so greatly. We do have the same advocacy. This is also when I started doing content creation, and then I started nung una I was just thinking, "Oh, sige, I'll just make content para I'll be famous on TikTok." But then when you see people finding work and then learning something from your content, learning something from the things that you do, learning something from your experiences, and then you meet these people and then you hear them saying that, "Oh, your content helped me. I now am earning in dollars. I'm now working a stable job. That's when you realize that even if you're just talking to yourself every day in the camera or on camera, hindi mo
Mhm.
alam na you're changing people's lives behind the camera or behind your recording. So I'm very happy. Ngayon ko lang actually nalaman, hindi chininga sa akin ni Lian. Ngayon ko lang nalaman that that's also her advocacy. So I'm very happy that we are on the same page, right?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. So,
Aligned.
um, align tayo, yes. Magka-age na kami with ano pa, halos pareho ang background. So, thank you so
Yes.
much, Lee. Nakikita niyo naman, you can hear it from her voice, from the way she talks, that she is a really good, she has really good communication skills, English communication skills. And that's very important for us Filipinos, especially ang number one natin na parang work years ago is the call center industry. She's been working there for 12 years and now naman nagbo-boom na yung freelancing and virtual assistants. And communication skills is very important. But we'll talk more about that. But let's just continue getting to know Lee. So before you became a virtual assistant, you already expressed that you came from the call center industry. Now, why did you decide to transition 12 years ka or 16
Mhm.
years to nga ba tama nasa sa
Mhm.
call center, why decide to transition to becoming a remote worker or a VA?
So I really loved working for ePerformance. It's a really good company. I would not have stayed if it did not give me that sense of joy, happiness, and sense of fulfillment. And when the pandemic happened, COVID hit, we were asked to stop this because I think the world really was on a standstill at that
Yep.
time. And then eventually, because of business needs, they decided, okay, let's have like a hybrid setup.
Mhm,
During training, the trainers will be working at home and then they'll
mhm,
be supporting everybody. So it was a good thing because we were no longer limited to just Cebu based. So we can
mhm.
help Manila, ePerformax Rojas, ePerformax, even Cebu ePerformax. So it
Yeah,
kind of widened the scope of support. So we
yeah,
did that from 2021 until 2022. And then when the COVID situation was slowly like dying down, everything was kind of back to business. And I knew it was just a matter of time that the company will ask us to work
mm,
on site again. So I was
yep,
already on my contingency planning mode, like preventive, preemptive decision making, because I fell in love with working at home. I
yeah,
just loved the free time. Like I was in control of my time. The
yep,
commute time of like 1 hour
yeah,
just from the house all the way to the office. I don't have
correct.
that anymore. I don't spend an hour just traveling from the house to the
Yeah,
office because it's just literally 2 minutes and then you're logged in, and then you're
that's right. Yeah,
supporting the people. So I loved that.
yeah.
And I was looking around asking friends because they were also virtual assistants. And I have a friend who was working for the first company that I worked for, and she was
Mhm,
looking for uh, executive assistant. And I
yep,
said, I'm not going to lose anything anyway. I was still working
yep,
for ePerformax. So if I
mhm,
apply and then I get in, the transition would be very smooth. So
yep.
I I tried, and that's it. Like I worked for that same company for 3 years, and I
3
just
years.
love working at home. The
Yep,
just the flexibility of the time and your control of whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it.
yep.
And it's so accessible. So
That's
that's
true. You
why
know,
I
it's
did, yes, that's why I decided to, you know what, I don't want to do corporate anymore. I just fell in love with work from home setup. So I made sure that I was able to continue doing
You know, that's so true. Again, similar experience. In the middle of the pandemic, I was wedding and events planner naman.
that.
And then, ganun din, I fell in love with working from home. I thought I was a field girl and I want to be out
Mhm.
there. But then when I experienced, being able to spend time with family, I
Yes.
don't have to wake up early. And then it's still the same, you're still able to do the things that you love to do. You're just working from home. Now, I'm sure people are very interested when you transition from a communications trainer. Ano na yung what position did you apply for? You mentioned executive assistant, right?
Yes. Executive
So,
assistant to the
um
CEO.
with an agency. Now, kamusta
Yes.
yung application process mo? Because we do have a lot of aspiring VAs out here that are looking to decide whether they want a direct client or they want an agency. So ako, I came from an agency also.
Mhm.
Ano yung application experience mo when you were applying for that position in a VA agency?
So of course, typical setup, you have to prepare your resume, cover letter, even an intro video just to
Mm,
gauge your communication skills. And then when I submitted it, they made sure that okay, she fits the qualification. And then what I find so interesting is that in agencies mostly they would have tests. Like you
yeah,
would have to answer a bunch of things, like making sure that you
yeah,
have a good grasp of the English language, understanding
yes,
directions, instructions, like listening comprehension, reading comprehension, following directions, instructions. So I felt
yeah,
like it was kind of difficult.
mm-hmm,
Luckily, I passed. But I would say
yeah,
that for somebody, if you do not know or you feel like you don't have a good command of the English language, you feel like
mm-hmm,
you'll falter and not understand listening comprehension, reading
yep,
comprehension, you are bound to fail, really. Because I
yep,
already felt like it was difficult, and I know that
mm-hmm,
I know English, so I
yep,
felt like just imagine if your level of English communication is poor,
isn't
you're not
yeah.
going to pass the exams at all.
Correct. At saka yun yung first gated na
Yeah.
exam, eh, 'no? That's the first assessment, English communication skills. You
Mm-mm.
know, when you mentioned about that, funny thing kasi a lot of other content creators also that I see on social media, they always say na, "Hindi kasi matataas ang standard ng mga VA companies, that's why may exam." Pero kapag nag-direct client ka, hindi nila kailangan ng kahit hindi ka magaling mag-English, okay lang. But I don't believe that to be
Mm-mm.
true.
Mm-mm.
I really think that whether you are with working for a VA agency or working with a direct client, communication skills is still very important.
Yes.
Like you mentioned about comprehension, reading comprehension, listening skills, those are things that are very important, whether VA agency ka or direct. Do you see it the same way or do you see it differently?
100% agree because as let's say if you're supporting CEOs, managers,
Yeah.
clients that do not understand Filipino, they would have
Mm-hmm.
a hard time understanding you if you don't know how to communicate well. If there's no
Correct.
shared understanding, like let's say the client would say, send an email, and you did not send the email.
Yeah.
So there's already a communication breakdown, and it's just going to end up being very frustrating to
Yep.
the client. So
Right.
why
Yeah.
would I hire you if you're just going to give me a headache, if you're just going to
Yeah.
cause frustration, if you're not going to solve the existing problems that I have?
Yeah.
So I'd say having a good command of the English language, understanding instructions, reading comprehension, listening comprehension, all the types of comprehension is very important. And I'd say that's a
Yeah.
superpower skill set if you know that you
Mm-hmm.
can help the clients out.
That's so true. Because kapag hindi rin okay yung English communication skills mo or below average, and it's very hard for you to understand each other, you don't understand your client doesn't understand you. Skill-wise, okay, okay ka. But hindi mo ma-deliver or ma-produce yung skills mo because you don't understand each other. 'Di ba? So, parang magiging lost in translation kayong dalawa, meaning it's just gonna frustrate both of you. You want to do well, but your
Mhm.
client doesn't understand you. So wala din, 'di ba? So it's really very important na ma-practice nyo yung good command of the English communication skills. We'll dive deep into that later on about paano natin mai-improve yung communication skills natin. But I also want to know, kasi like I mentioned, we have aspiring VAs here. Marami dito din na would like to transition from corporate to becoming a remote worker. So, what are the steps that you did to prepare you doon sa transition na yon? Kasi I'm sure ang layo ng communications expert mo na experience and then ngayon bigla kang magiging executive assistant. So how did you prepare? Ano yung mga transferable skills na nadala mo just so other people can also relate and see na baka pwede rin nilang gawin yon?
Yes. I feel like if you are already in the BPO industry or your core competencies has something to do with communication, especially if
Mhm.
you use the English language, almost every day, I feel like you are at a you have a better advantage because
Yeah.
you know how to use English. So I'd say the transferable skills that I got from the BPO industry to working from home as an executive assistant to a CEO would be really the good command of the English language. And then all of
Yep.
the soft skills, yung empathy, yung active listening skills, yung reading between the lines, that
Yep.
I would say really helped me because you can catch it. Because it's like
Mm,
anticipating the needs of the client. And those are soft skills that you learned in the BPO industry. Even if
mm,
no training involved. It's like parang naging inherent na skill set that you get from taking calls, calling
yeah.
customers, or answering calls, listening comprehension. So if you are really interested to want to become a work from home freelancer virtual assistant and you want this setup that is still geared towards customer support, then
Yeah.
I'd say really develop your listening comprehension. You can listen to
Mhm.
podcasts, that would be very helpful. And then if
Yep.
you want, you can even incorporate AI, like get the transcript of the
Yeah.
podcast and then ask it to ask you questions. Like, what did you
Mm,
understand? Because that would help you like understand, okay, that was like you would answer and then you check
yep.
if you really did understand the podcast. I feel like we are at a much better place as compared to where we were at three,
Yeah.
4 years ago because we did
Totoo.
not have a lot of content creators that would talk about virtual assistant freelancing.
Yes.
Like it's just a handful and probably different niches pa. So it's
Mhm.
really challenging. So now
Yeah.
we have AI, you have a lot of content creators, you have a lot of knowledge, information at your disposal. So parang
Correct.
if you cannot get the work from home freelancing virtual assistant, I would say hindi ka nag-effort. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Hindi ka talaga
Totoo.
nag-effort.
Totoo.
Because I would say looking for a job is a job itself. Kasi it's not
Yes.
easy, eh. You would just
Correct.
creating your resume is already very difficult. Creating
Mm,
yung mga, video recording, effort
yeah.
na effort 'yan. Just
Totoo.
knowing what to say, effort na effort 'yan. Showing up for interviews, effort na effort
Mhm.
'yan din. So, if you don't put in the work, if you don't
Mhm.
put in that effort, wala.
Yeah.
You can't get hired.
Alam mo, naniniwala ako sa sinabi mo na looking for job is a job itself. Kasi
Mhm.
I lost my job, back in September 2025. Nag-close yung company. So I
Mhm.
had to start looking for work. As in immediate yung
Mm.
pagtanggal sa akin, like, okay, wala ka ng work later.
Yes.
Um, and then I started looking for work. Talagang meron akong tracker, and then
Mm.
I have to edit my resume depende dun sa posisyon ng tinatrabaho ko. Hindi na enough na isa lang yung resume mo. You actually have
Yes.
to tailor fit it based on what position or company you're applying for. And then
Mm.
ngayon, since remote work ang ina-applyan ko, most of them or all of them are foreign clients or
Mhm.
foreign companies. Lahat yun kailangan ng introduction video. As in,
Yes.
8 companies yun yung in-applyan ko. 8 introduction videos din yung ginawa ko, which I am actually going to post on YouTube, those introduction videos. I'm
Mhm.
just editing them, so better watch out for that. Kaya kung hindi pa kayo nagsusubscribe, subscribe na to my channel para makita niyo yung mga introduction videos na yon.
Mm.
But yes, totoo 'no, really, applying for work is definitely a full-time, job also. And lalo na ngayon, yung
Yes.
competition, 'di ba,
Yes.
ng trabaho is sobrang hirap. So you
Mhm.
really have to make sure na ready ka sa pag-transition mo from corporate to remote work kung yun talaga yung gusto mo. Now,
Yes.
you mentioned about transferable skills, yung communication skills is
Mhm.
definitely yung tinitingnan kasi ako I hire also virtual assistants and unang
Mhm.
tinitingnan talaga namin is communication skills. Do
Mhm.
you feel like it was easier for you to transition as, somebody who's confident or magaling na sa English to becoming a VA kasi yung EA naman matututunan mo yung skills itself,
Oo.
eh. Pero do you think ba na talagang number one ang English communication skills when it comes to remote work? Or is it number two or three? How would you like, um ano ba yun? paano nga ba yung word? How will you
Ranking.
classify or rank? How will you rank? Di ba? Mahina ako sa vocabulary. How will you rank yung English communication skills in terms of importance sa pagiging remote worker?
I feel like depende din sa job that you're applying for. Because I feel like
Mhm.
if kinda technical, parang
Mhm.
behind the scenes, yung back support office, feel ko
Mhm.
baka yung mga clients would not really need somebody who has probably better accent or better
Mhm.
pronunciation, basta okay lang yung English comprehension nila. But
Yeah.
I feel like it just really gives you that extra edge kasi. Like, parang beautiful icing on a cake, parang mas
Yeah.
presentable, parang mas pleasing yung
Yeah.
dating mo when you have a strong command of the English language. Because I also feel like it's a telltale sign that you also have a lot of effort, that ginawa mo yung part mo na, "Okay, I will develop my English communication skills. I will
Yep.
speak better. I will pronounce my words clearly. I would put a lot of effort." So that also translate that, okay, this person is a professional. This person
Yeah.
can understand me, and I feel very
Mhm.
confident because I don't have any difficulties understanding them because they're
Yeah.
pronouncing the words clearly, their grammar is good, their listening comprehension is good, their reading comprehension is good. So I would not have a difficult time giving tasks relying on this
Yeah.
person. But feel ko if like probably technical yung mga things na would not need a lot of back and forth between
Mhm.
yung mga executives, baka okay
Yep.
lang. Yun yung feel ko.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it really depends din sa job that you're applying for.
Pero as an executive assistant, tayong dalawa, we are executive assistants. Very important ang English communication skills sa'tin. Kasi
Yeah.
lagi nga natin sinasabi that if you want to be an EA or to become an executive assistant, for you to know that you are actually an executive assistant, you need to be an extension of your client. You need
Exactly.
to be able to represent your client to other people,
Mhm.
'di ba?
Mm-mm.
So you have to make sure that your communication skills, you have good communication skills, you're confident in the way you talk so that you can always represent your client. Now, where you also create content.
Yes.
That's where I saw you. I was just really when I was browsing and then I saw you, I'm like, uy, may bagong content creator for VAs and then she's so good in English and I'm like,
Thank
I want
you.
to learn so much. Kasi ako, honestly, I am confident with my English communication skills kasi naman I grew up in a household na yun ang first language namin. But
Mhm.
the thing is, I'm very challenged naman when it comes to vocabulary. Doon ako mahina. So, until now, I still make sure that I improve my English communication skills kasi this is my profession. I'm a
Mhm.
content creator, I'm an executive assistant, I'm in the management role. So, what is your parang advice to those who want to improve their communication skills? Ikaw, you can also like share your story na paano ka naging magaling when it comes to your English communication skills and ano yung advice mo to those na anong pwede nilang gawin to improve also?
I find it very interesting because you said that you grew up in a household that English was your first language. It's
Yeah.
not sa amin. Like, yung mother tongue, native
Talaga.
tongue, first language ko is Cebuano talaga. Like,
Cebuano.
we grew
Yeah,
up in a household that just speaks pure Cebuano. I would
Cebuano.
say that when I developed my English communication skills probably in school na. Because you know
Mhm.
how strict yung school that you would have to pay 1 peso for every non-English
Really?
word. Mm.
I
Ang strict
didn't
ng
hindi ko
school namin doon.
na-experience yun.
Tapos may ano pa, parang walk of shame that they would ask you, I do not know how to
Really?
speak English, tapos may placard na you have to wear sa class.
Batang
Parang
80s. Batang 80s talaga tayo.
talagang you would feel so embarrassed and so ashamed if you don't know how to speak in English or if you don't speak in English at all. So
Yeah,
you had to speak in English at in the school or
yeah.
else kawawa. So I'd also say that I think yung influences din ko, like my parents would watch movies, English movies, TV
Yeah.
shows, so that also helped me understand the shows like yung
Mm,
cartoons, yung mga pang kids shows, also all English like
correct.
Sesame. I grew up watching Sesame Street.
Yeah.
So I'd say that again batang 80s 90s
Batang 80s.
that you would know that okay that was my childhood. So I
Yep.
learned that, but I would say I was already very outstanding in speaking
Mhm.
English, and teachers also recognized that.
Yep.
So parang ano lang, good ear and
Yep.
practice. I also loved reading. Kahit
Ako
yung
din.
Sweet Valley, yung mga ganun.
Ay, same.
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause I liked reading, and then my older brother, he also loves reading, and he's a really good storyteller. He shared yung 1001 Arabian Nights, but the filtered kiddie version. So
Yeah.
I was so like interested. Oh, this is so nice. I'll read
Mhm.
this too. And then he taught me about Greek mythology. So I read Greek
Ay,
mythology too, and
pareho
then
tayo.
eventually Harry Potter. Tas yun pa yung
Yeah.
first book release, second book release. So
Yeah.
mag-aabang ka talaga. Like you have to
My God.
line up sa National
Oo.
Bookstore just to get the book.
The
So
book,
yes,
yes.
I would say that that has helped shape my English communication. Then, like, there is that love and that interest to
Yep.
use the language and not
Correct.
see it as a threat or like, ah, ang hirap kasi
Yeah.
hindi talaga kami friends ng English eh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like it has helped me, like, speaking English, understanding English, helped me understand. Tapos, lahat na din naman yung education natin, almost everything is in English. So, if you don't know
Mhm.
English, kawawa ka din. So, you really need
Yeah.
to step up your game and, like,
Correct.
understand English. Reading comprehension,
English.
listening comprehension. Lahat ng modules, lessons namin were all in English. Of course, except yung Filipino subject, but
Yeah.
everything else was in English. So,
In English.
mm.
Wala talagang secret sauce eh, no? I mean, this is something that I
Mhm.
keep saying all the time, and it's nice to also hear it from somebody else. And I also hear it all the time from people na magaling ding mag-English. Na if gusto mo talaga matuto mag-English, you watch the movies, you read the books, kasi dun mo lang talaga mai-internalize yung English. Kasi pati yung brain mo parang
Oo.
napapractice na, I'm gonna process this in English, I'm gonna understand this in English. Another thing that really stood out also when you were talking about yung mga childhood na mga videos that we were watching, I
Mm.
think magaling din talaga, which is I always say sa mga gusto matuto mag-English, is watch Disney movies.
Yes.
Kasi eto yung mga movies that really shaped me into becoming a really good English communicator kasi they teach you basic English,
Mm.
madali mong maintindihan, 'di ba? So
Mm.
start with the Disney books, start with children's book.
Mm.
Kahit 40s ka na or
Yes.
30s ka na, eh, 'di ba? Magsimula ka dun kasi yun yung foundational eh. Yun
Mm.
yung basics and then you start from there. Diba?
Yes.
So, ganun talaga. There's no secret sauce and then practice, practice, practice ka
Mm.
lang talaga. Now,
Now,
based on your yeah. Sorry, were you saying? Okay, ako lang pala yun. Nag-echo pala ako. Okay. Based on your experience naman, and of course, your interactions with aspiring virtual assistants, you do have your own community also. Ano yung mga napapansin mo that is a weakness of most applicants when it comes to communication skills or weakness ng mga aspiring VAs or remote workers?
mm, I I haven't really like interacted that much yet, but mostly I feel like I wouldn't say weakness, but
Yeah.
parang they're lost.
Mhm.
Wala silang direction, especially that this is even though the work from home freelancing virtual assistant has been around for quite some time now,
Mhm.
they still don't know what it is. So I would say a lot of ignorance, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Parang unaware. Yun. Like they don't
Yeah.
know so many things. Like I'm working in the BPO, tapos I want to transition, but I don't
Yeah.
know how. So most of the time, the comments that I see coming from my TikTok uh,
Yeah.
community would be how do I transition. So I
Yeah.
felt, and I always said it in my content that for you to know what type of VA you want to be is you need to identify your strengths, because if you know
Yeah.
your strengths you'd be able to sell it, because it's like help me help you, parang ganun, like
Mhm.
leverage your skill set to help the clients out. Mapa
Correct.
direct client pa naman to or agency. Kasi I have this
Yeah.
skill set. Like you can say I'm smart, magaling ako mag-English, magaling ako
Yeah.
organize. I'm good at calendar management, inbox
Mhm.
management, at whatever pa yon. So I
Yeah.
can do that for you. So you tell them what
Yeah.
are your skill sets that you can help the clients out. I even created like a VA quiz where you would know what kind of VA you'd want to be, and then you can search for
Oh,
content
perfect.
specific to that. Like maybe you want the back office end, or you want
Yeah.
something else, or kasi
Yeah.
ang dami like the niches in the virtual assistant world is so
Th-
many. You have real
Yeah.
estate, you have drop shipping, you have
Correct.
like go high level. If you're really good at that, you can
Yes.
also use
Yeah.
that. Like they need go high level expert. I feel like if you're so good at that, they pay so well if you know how
Yes,
to
totoo.
use go high
Totoo
level. Like
'yan.
parang specific things, even if you would say uh AI expert, you'd say like you're good
Mhm.
at that, or you're a good coder,
Yeah.
programmer, or whatever. You can build uh workflows for the client, like those things. So you
Correct.
just really need to identify what is your skill set, what are you good at, and how do you
Yeah.
sell yourself. Parang features and benefits lang. Tapos ikaw yung
Correct.
product. You need to understand what am I good at
I love
and how
it.
do I sell
Yeah.
that. Like how are you going to client, how are you going to benefit for me? Ang galing ko kaya. So
Correct.
you have to
Yeah.
hire me. Parang ganun.
Ang galing, gusto ko yung sinabi mo ngayon. Ngayon ko lang na I like how you put it na parang kasi I keep on saying na if you want to become a virtual assistant, you are your own boss. You're going to sell yourself. Gusto ko yung sinabi mo na you are your features and ano,
You sell your
features and
benefit. Yeah.
services. Oo. And
Yeah.
then alam mo yung parang sa mga website na parang may mga
Yes.
features and benefits, dapat ganun ka din. I love that. Okay, sige. So narinig niyo yan ha. Now, Lee also mentioned about yung parang quiz niya. We'll make sure that we'll provide the links, her links in the description down below para ma-access niyo yung mga content ni Lee and whatever other free um, resources that she has out there. But the great news is, hindi ko nasingit kanina, but I also partnered with Lee. She created a communication skills course or module inside our online course, which is the Executive Virtual Assistant Basics course. But it's kind of expensive. Nasa more than 1,000 pesos yung course na yon if you want to access that. But I also made it available. Hindi ko pa nasasabi kay Lee, but I'm gonna send you the link also, Lee. I also made it available as a separate module or as a
Ooh.
separate course for
Mhm.
only 499 pesos. I'll also send you
Nice.
your link, Lee.
Mhm.
And then, nandun yung mga downloadable workbook.
Workbooks. Mm.
Yung workbook na yon is not available in the big online course, yung Executive Virtual
Ooh.
Assistant Basics course, but it is available on that separate one, yung 499. So
Mhm.
we'll definitely make the links available. We will use Lee's link for that so that if you want to enroll, you can click on the description down below. So yun lang, shameless plug lang ng mga courses namin ni Lee. But I know, Lee, in the future, you will also create your own
Yes.
what's this resources, and will
Mm.
definitely be the first one to promote those courses or those resources that Lee will provide in the future. Now, Lee, we are almost at the end of our podcast. I just have a few more questions for you. Now, do you think ba kasi you came from the call center industry, ang
Mm.
daming mga call center kasi yun yung number one industry natin,
Oo.
especially us mga millennials, 'di ba?
Oo.
Talagang nasa call center tayo lahat.
Mm.
Kasi yun lang yung company before or yung industry before na even if you are not a college graduate, you can
Yes.
already work and
Mm.
they pay you really well, 'di ba? So
Mm.
nag-grow talaga. Do you
Mm.
think ba may edge ang mga nanggaling from the BPO industry to a remote worker? If that's a yes or that is a no, let us know why. And then just give us some like advice or tips sa mga aspiring BPO, sa mga BPOs, BPO professionals that gustong mag-transition.
I get a lot of private messages from existing BPO workers, and then they want to transition into the freelance setup. And I would always tell them that if you're already a BPO worker, magaling na
Mhm.
yung analytical skills mo eh. Kasi
Yep.
if you think about it, you're everything rolled into one. Yung
Mhm.
empathy lang, parang nagiging counselor ka na. Yung product specifics training lang, yung knowledge skills base internal knowledge skills that you learn through the
Yeah.
years or through the months, that's already developing your reading comprehension and your listening comprehension. Plus my
Correct.
real-time output pa because you would have to talk to the clients and or the customers over the phone. And then you pick
Yeah.
pa the best resolution to the
Mm-hmm.
customer. And it's not AI ha, like if you would
Yeah.
ask, how do I do this? Hindi, you would have to find what is the best solution to this. Tapos if you're in the billing part pa, like
Yeah.
especially sa telecoms, and they would ask,
Mm-hmm.
hey, why are you overcharging me? Ba't ganito yung bill ko? Ba't dapat $100 lang yung bill ko, tas ngayon 200? You have to translate pa. Magiging
Yeah.
magaling ka pa sa math. Like you would have to explain, kita mo yung line na to, ma'am, sir? Ito yung mga bills, eh, kasi hindi ka nagbayad ta's yung mga or you went over your limit, yung mga gano'n. So,
Yeah.
your analytical skills are super developed and you can use that. Those are really transferable skills that you can take with you in the virtual assistant realm of the world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kasi again, maging madiskarte ka lang talaga. Like, you need to know,
Correct.
understand, read between the lines, and
Yep.
make sure that you grasp the idea. Meron pa nga yung mga check for understanding, like, if I heard you correctly, 'di ba, may ganun pang mga
Mm-hmm.
skills ng
Yes.
call center. So it also gives you that idea that yes, you are listening actively. Yes, you
Yeah.
are understanding the customers. And if you have
Yeah.
those skill sets na intact, those are
Mm-hmm.
going to help you talaga in the freelancing world. The only problem, I'd say that yung downside is
Mm-hmm.
ikaw kasi you are your own office, you are your own
Mm-hmm.
company.
Yep.
So, if wala kang laptop, wala. If wala kang
Yeah.
internet, wala. If
Correct.
wala kang headset, wala.
Wala.
So, you would really need to invest. Like, you
Correct.
would need to buy a laptop. You would need to
Yeah.
buy a mouse, a headset.
Mm.
You would have
Yes.
to pay for reliable internet connection. Good thing sana
Correct.
if you work for an agency tapos yung agency would give you all of those things, but parang
Mm.
rare na yan, eh, parang unicorn na yan, 'di ba? Like,
Correct.
you'd be
Correct.
so lucky if you'd be part of that kind of setup, or the clients mismo would say, "I would give you,
Mm.
uh,
Yes.
a laptop. I
Yeah.
will reimburse the internet for you." Like, yes,
Yeah.
please. Pero
'Di ba?
it's not like that. So I tell yung mga nagde-DM sa
Sa
akin na,
community mo, yes.
just save, set aside lang muna, baka kahit ₱500 lang per
Yeah.
yung salary
Per
payout
cut
mo.
off, yeah.
Yeah, per cut
Oo.
off. You just set aside kasi ang hirap din naman ng buhay ngayon. Like, set
Correct.
aside kahit ₱500 lang para meron kang yung fund
Yeah.
for buying a laptop. And if you have credit cards, marami din naman
Mhm.
yung like 12 months, 0
Installment,
interest.
yes.
Like, if
Oo.
you can use that, like, use that, and then
Yeah.
parang from your sweldo, from the virtual assistant mo, you can pay off that. But again, not everybody
Correct.
has access to credit card. But
Yeah.
yun, like, you really have to find ways. Or if madiskarte ka rin, you can parang make yung friend, like, you know that your friend has money, tapos sasabihin mo, ikaw yung magiging
Yes, oo.
ko.
Correct.
Tapos,
Home credit.
home credit. Oo, yung mga gano'n. Pero I just don't like home credit kasi ang taas ng interest rates nila.
Ayan.
But yun, like,
Yep.
just you have to be madiskarte lang talaga. And
Yeah.
making sure that you have all of those equipment, yung laptop mo, yung internet mo, yung mouse, yung
Correct.
headset mo. Kasi I think that's the difference din, eh. Like, in the
Mm.
BPO industry, kumpleto ka, eh. Maganda pa
Mhm.
yung workstation mo, full blast pa
Yes.
yung aircon mo. You don't pay for the electricity, you don't pay for internet, you don't pay for, oh, you still need to get a nice chair. What if
Yeah.
monoblock lang yung ma-afford mo ngayon, 'di ba? Parang gano'n, like, it has everything. May IT support ka pa. If you are
Yep.
a virtual assistant, wala kang IT. If down yung
Ikaw lang
internet mo,
talaga.
good luck. If hindi nagwo-work yung laptop mo, good luck. You can't call like IT, "Hello, it's not
Correct.
working, fix this." Wala lahat. Tas wala pa yung free coffee, free iced tea, wala. Wala pa yung ano, yung HMO, yung SSS, Pag-ibig,
Yep.
PhilHealth benefits. So, you also have to parang make sure that you're ready, you're prepared to take on
Correct.
those extra like fringe benefits that you're supposed to get from the company, but
Yeah.
you have to pay that on your own na out of pocket na siya.
Now, you mentioned about all of these amazing things that we were getting before nung nasa BPO tayo, AHMO, lahat yan. But ang daming ngayon na nag-iisip na you mentioned all of these benefits, all of the nice things na support ng BPO. Why did you still choose to become a remote worker knowing na mawawala lahat yon?
Ay, nag-calculator talaga ako. May Google spreadsheet ako. I made sure if yung salary ko sa call center, is it enough ba versus yung
Mhm.
salary that I'm getting. I'd say I I I don't earn much, but I'm
Mhm.
so happy that I'm working at home.
Yeah.
And okay lang na sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay lang ako yung magbabayad ng SSS, PhilHealth,
Mm.
Pag-ibig. Tas yung HMO ko, meron kasi kaming co-op dito that when
Oh,
you
yeah.
do hulog-hulog, you can like
Yeah.
take advantage of their health, parang health
Yeah.
HMO package nila at a really low
Mhm.
cost. So I said, Lord,
Yeah.
wag naman sana maging I would go to the hospital. So I just have to take care of myself din, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pero yun lang yung parang HMO ko. Tas just like again, like calculating everything and then
Yeah.
just get just a tiny amount na kind of extra
Yeah.
from the BPO setup. And I said, I can live with this because the what I'm getting, yung comfort ko, yung not having to go to the outside world, having to
Yeah.
travel from the house all the way to the office is so much better. Like yung control of your time
Correct.
and then time is a non-renewable resource. So you
Mhm.
want to maximize it really well and you want it to kind of like make time work for you. And if
Correct.
anong form of happiness mo, you get it back through, let's say, mahilig ako mag-watch ng mga drama, K-drama, C-drama,
Mm.
and I get that oh my gosh, yung 1 hour, I'm not
Yes.
using that for traveling, and then I'm already using this for watching my K-drama, C-drama, win-win
'Di
talaga.
ba?
Mm.
Totoo, ano yun, eh, hindi mo mapapalitan yun, yung
Mm.
being at home,
Yes.
nakaka-relax ka, being with the family. Yung travel, that's number one, very stressful, eh. Tapos
Mm.
biglang kapag, ang dami rin mga BPO kasi na very toxic ang environment,
Oh,
'di ba?
yes.
So, yung mental health mo, yung peace of mind mo, yung relaxation mo, yung pahinga is
Yes.
very, very important also. And
Mm.
yun yung hindi mababayaran. That's why
Yes.
nakakita ako ngayon sa news na parang sabi nila they were talking about it. This is a foreign podcast or a US-based podcast. They were saying na yung mga Gen Z ngayon, ang
Mm.
pinag-iisipan na nila yung, let's say, 30,000, ano lang 'to ha, I'm just saying
Oo.
numbers. Parang 30,000 pesos ang sweldo ko, I work from home versus 50,000 pesos na I work on-site. Mas
Mm.
pipiliin pa rin daw nila yung 30,000 na working from home kahit mas mataas yung on-site. Gano'n na yung isip ng mga tao ngayon, especially the Gen Z generation. Ako rin as a millennial, I choose si 30,000 and then I'm just gonna work my ass off to reach 50,000 or more while
Eventually.
working from
Yeah.
home,
Kasi
'di
if you
ba?
also think about it, if you calculate yung travel time mo, you still have to pay for yung MRT
Yes,
or yung jeepney, tas ang dami mo pang tas before, oh my
'di
gosh,
ba?
I can still remember yung jeepney fare was still at ₱2. Ngayon, it's not
Oh,
good luck. Good luck yung
naalala ko din yun,
ano,
₱2 lang,
'di ba
oo,
yung jeepney fare like, oh my gosh, I can still remember yung baon ko was ₱10 'pag
ako
yung
din,
elementary like, "Oh, I'm so good, I'm so cool kasi I have ₱10, I can buy so many things na." Ngayon, good
oo.
luck, parang wala na yung
Like,
₱10 mo.
oo, naalala ko pa nun yung burger sa school namin ₱5 lang tas ang sarap-sarap na na burger. Ngayon,
Yes.
Diyos ko dahil wala, wala na tinatapon na lang yung
So,
₱5 na
parang same din like, oo, 30,000 pero if yung 50,000 I
yeah,
have to pay, let's say, I have to pay for Grab pa,
yeah,
'di ba?
correct.
Or I
Tas
have
ang
to
mahal
pay
pa ng
for
Grab,
food pa. Yes.
mhm, 'di
Tas
ba?
parang wala, minus, minus. Mas malaki pa
Correct,
yung
'di ba?
sahod ko like yung net income ko that I would get
Yeah,
from working from home is still higher
correct.
than working corporate.
Kasi 'di ba kung iko-compute mo 'yan, let's say you're being paid by the hour sa
Mm,
trabaho. Let's say 8 hours per day. If you
mm,
divide yung daily rate mo to 8 hours per day, eto 'yan. Now, siyempre kailangan isama mo yung commute mo doon sa
yes.
work hours mo. Hindi na bayad
Mm,
yun, parang lumiliit ng lumiliit
yeah.
yung rate mo talaga if you
Mm,
included 4 hours of commute daily, 2 hours papunta, two
yes.
hours pauwi.
Yes.
'Di ba? So, hindi talaga siya enough and then dagdag mo pa yung stress, dagdag mo pa yung
Mm,
pagod. So, okey pa din talaga. Now, I'm gonna ask, ito laging tinatanong, mainit na init 'to, lagi 'tong tsismis sa social media, yung six figures. Working as a virtual assistant for 3 years already, nandun ka na ba sa figure rate mo or are you still on the road to, reaching six figures?
wala, I'm still not sa six
'Yan. So eto
figures.
eto
Yeah,
lagi ko sinasabi sa mga
unfortunately.
ano, that's why I ask all of our guests sa podcast 'yan because
Mm,
lagi nilang nire-romanticize na kapag naging virtual assistant ka, six figures ka na agad. Hindi po siya totoo siya, but you
yes,
have
of
to
course,
work your way for that, 'di ba?
mm,
You have to
mm,
work your ass off to reach that level. Like ako, I've been working, as a VA for 4 years kasi halos magkasunod lang tayo, 2022 ka ako,
mm,
2021 ako nag-start. I
mm,
reached that six figures pero because I have multiple income streams. Hindi
hmm,
lang yung VA ko. I have
yeah,
my, social media, I have
mm,
brand partnerships. So,
mm.
grabe din yung trabaho. That's on top of
Oo,
my 8 hours, 'di ba, na regular.
yes,
So, 'wag natin i-romanticize. Aabot tayo sa six figures definitely,
oo,
pero you really have to work your ass off on that. Now, before we close off, do you have any, like, last advice for aspiring virtual assistants out there? Na gusto rin mag-transition katulad mo.
yeah, I feel like we hear this often, sipag at tiyaga. Parang, I hear that like parang in one ear tapos out the other. 'Cause parang nagiging toxic kasi that's what you hear, but there's really truth to that. Hard
Correct.
work, determination, perseverance, endurance, dedication, commitment, yung
Yep,
passion, a lot of effort talaga. 'Cause sana
correct.
parang one tamad na yung, mag-aabang ka lang ng apple that would fall.
Yeah,
Like, hindi, it doesn't work that
hindi.
way, eh. Or parang like yung nakikita ko sa social media, like yung the one mo, magkakatok lang sa pinto, "Hello, I'm the one." It
Yeah,
doesn't work that
is
way.
it like
It's
that?
even
Yeah,
the same with the work part. Yung ideal, yung dream job mo would not knock on the door and tell
correct.
you, "Hey, I'm here. I'm your dream job, six
Yeah,
figures." It doesn't work that way. Or I'm sure there are some people who are probably very lucky, like they would receive messages, they would get a lot of
yeah,
offers. But again, unicorn pa rin yan. Like it's
yeah,
so rare. But for the rest
yeah,
of us, yung like 1% yun, tapos yung the rest of us, 99% of the rest of the population, they don't experience that. And that's a sad reality. So
correct.
if you're just going to sit still and wait for
Mhm.
opportunities, bihira yung
Yeah,
mabibigyan ka ng opportunity. So you really have to do your part because
yeah,
looking for a job is a job itself. You have to send those resumes. You have to make sure that you present yourself in a really
yeah,
good way that you can sell yourself features and the benefits. And then I
yeah.
remembered, Mia, one of your content sa TikTok, you said,
Mm.
don't send so many resumes. Like parang 100
Oh,
resumes you
yes.
have to send. Sa akin din naman, parang intentional dapat yung resume sending mo.
Yes. Mhm.
True, there is truth in the more resumes, parang raffle, more entries,
Yeah.
more chances
Yes,
of winning. But you also have to be very intentional because you only just need
correct,
one raffle ticket din naman to win, 'di ba? So
correct.
when you make sure that lahat ng job description, it fits you, like, okay, this is it. This is
Yes.
I like parang don't compromise din yung boundaries mo. For example,
Mhm.
you don't want to work the night shift, tas yung nakikita mo na hiring night
Night
shift,
shift.
tas papatulan mo, tas
Mm.
you get in the job, tas
Yeah,
mabu-burnout ka, tas you can't
correct,
perform, tas
correct.
ma-fire ka. So it's still like yung domino effect, it's not going to work, eh. So you have to make
Totoo.
sure that when you do apply, your heart is in it as well, and you know that,
Right.
pasok 'to, check
Mm.
box. okay, check, kaya ko to. Oh, perfect yung time. Okay, I'll apply. And then, of course, you hope, pray. Like, you also need to have faith that I
Yes.
will, like, send a little prayer, sana ito na to.
Yeah.
So that
Correct.
you'd also get hired. And then practice. I always say practice answering interview questions.
Yes.
Use
Tama.
yung AI tools to like format
Mm.
the questions, like using the job description here. Ask me relevant
Yes.
questions that would help me prepare for
Correct.
my upcoming interview. And then I also have one of my content that said, it's okay if you fail, eh. Because there's, as cliche as it goes, there everything happens for a reason. Sometimes
Yeah.
yung mga gustong-gusto mo talaga na opportunities, it's not really meant for
Yeah.
you because
For-
there's also
Tama.
that job fit. Kasi if the
Mm.
interviewer see that you're not the perfect match for you or
Yeah.
for them, like ikaw hindi ka perfect match for them, they're going to say no. Di mo lang
Correct.
nakikita. But you
Yes.
you need to understand that if they hire you, they saw the potential in you. Okay, this person is the best person for this job. Kasi I
Correct.
can see the potential. This person will help us like scale our business. So talagang ganun. So try and try lang talaga. Like wala you, if it's okay probably like you also still need to stop and rest a bit,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
parang okay, sleep tapos regroup, reset,
Yeah.
apply again. Just make sure that parang you pace yourself then.
Correct.
And I would also say it's nice to have a timeline. Like
Mm.
you have goals. Like I have to make sure in this like in 1 month's time I should have a job. If
Correct.
if after 1 month hindi pa rin, parang you also need to understand maybe this isn't for me talaga. Maybe I have to
Yeah.
find a different place
Mm.
or create a business or whatever. Be very creative about this because
Yeah.
sometimes when you force yourself, like, gusto ko to talaga. Tas, hindi. It's right. Like, it wouldn't work. So
Yeah.
make sure that you also know when to stop, when to call it
Yeah.
quits. But if you realize, kaya ko pa to eh,
Yeah.
I'll pursue, then
Go.
pursue.
Oh.
Go for it. Parang, you
Go
also
for
need
it.
to
Yeah.
understand yourself talaga. A lot of self-awareness involved in the virtual assistant freelancing world.
Yeah.
Kasi you are your own company, you are your own
Mm.
boss, you are your own employee, di ba?
Mm.
So, you need
Correct.
to know talaga.
Yan. So ang dami natin natutunan kay Lee for today. Thank you so much, Lee. I mean, you have heard all of her insights through she shared her experience from transitioning to now becoming VA and EA. Marami tayong EA in this was this in our audience or mga community natin. Now, Lee, I'd also like for you to share where they can follow you, where they can learn from you so that mas marami pa tayong matulungan ng mga fellow Filipinos natin.
Yes, it's just the same handle name, Readily PH, because I wanted to sound like ready, set, go.
Yes.
That's Readily. yun. That was something that I had in mind, Readily PH.
Yeah.
So READYLEE
Mhm.
PH. I'm I'm across all social media platforms, Instagram,
Perfect.
Facebook, YouTube. Hindi ko lang pinasukan yung LinkedIn kasi parang ang dami na. Okay na yung TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, parang YouTube, yun na yung parang top social.
Mag-YouTube ka, and then mag-LinkedIn ka rin. If you want to learn about content creation, let me know. Mag-usap tayo. But
Yes,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
yun lang,
Where else
Readily
can they? Yun lang.
PH. Yes, Readily PH. I
Perfect.
also have
And then,
a podcast din pala, Readily PH,
ay,
but
oo nga pala.
I don't have a lot of content yet because I actually kind of paused for the whole from December until now.
Yeah.
That's what I said. You have to know your limits
Mm.
because if you're going to push yourself, then it's not go. It would look bad. Eh. So
Mhm.
I told myself if I'm going to force myself to create content, tas ang pangit, parang I'm also compromising myself because
Oo.
I'm putting myself out there. And what's interesting, I created the content because I wanted to develop my video editing skills.
Oh, okay.
Yun.
Ang
Tas
galing.
sabi ko, what better way to practice than my own, 'di ba? Parang
Correct.
if it's a failure, okay lang kasi ako lang yung mada-damage kaysa yung totoong client, 'di ba? Or if ever
Yes.
like you would say, "Hey, I know how to video edit." as mali-mali. So better na yung ako lang yung
Sarili mo.
casualty.
Ayan, 'pag may mga video editor, aspiring video editors, so puwede niyo rin gawin yang tip ni Lee about that. So, thank you so much, Lee. All
Thank
of the
you.
links ni Lee, links that we mentioned will be in the description down below. And again, Lee, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to this channel because we always have a video every week, a podcast, a tutorial video, a vlog. So please do subscribe and follow both of us if you haven't followed us yet. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on.